Why hello there, my fellow Pedizagus. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, episode 42, Open for Business. Oh, Foven, you are jealous of our new dining room, I take it? They are attacking immediately. Okay, it's time to rally. Are any slaves in Elba? You are... I actually don't want you running over there. Ficus, maybe not you either. And then Nabla, you join them? This dude is gonna get wrecked. You don't even have a weapon? Like, how drunk are you that you came to a fight without a weapon? Or cocky. Maybe both. Maybe you're like, oh, my belly's so full of fire, I'm gonna breathe fire and they're gonna run. No, it's not gonna work like that, friend. You're gonna die 1,000 deaths. No, you are getting back up, though. No, I forgot to shave Nabla's beard. To be done. Well, that didn't end well for you. Maybe he is better than he, we thought. The other one turned around that I thought was going to come. So we just slammed the door on them? Most of them are melee, if not almost all of them. So I'm just going to focus on the ranged ones. Now, there is an issue where we have valid targets here, and they're going to be targeted. Oh, you got hit by a flame bow. They're going to be targeted as a result of closing the doors. So I was planning on having them bust through the wall like I did before. But I want them to kill this guy first. I have, oh, we moved the uranium. I was kind of hoping that the uranium was still there. Del Pierre. Come on. Why isn't it letting me haul? I will caravan them then. Because it's being annoying. Alright, Del. Come over here. Load 15 blocks up. And then stand by the door. You are going to be carried, you little wimp. And oh, Lucia, I don't know what you were doing, but let's have you get back. Glad I noticed. Doing some weird stuff. Alright, you guys get inside. Ficus, you are going to go carry the wimp over to the bed. Elba, you're going to stand there ready to build a wall. Alright, there's a bit of a breach, but we'll be fine. I'm going to have the slaves jump in as we're on fire. They're already fleeing. Okay, so I don't really need to worry about this patched hole. I'll get rid of that. Remove from caravan, and you can drop the granite. They're trying to, like, break back out. I have bad news. We don't take kindly to, trespassers. The other trespasser is over here. Who is now dead. Okay, think we're set. So one little hole in our defense is not a big deal. There is a burn scar on Lucia's eye. That's going to make it difficult to shoot accurately, but apart from that, I think we are... That's the only permanent injury that was suffered. Okay. Nabla's up and running. That's good. And the cheese is coming in. So the attractiveness of this general barracks, this guest room, is about 120 or so, 119. So the attractiveness of these nicer rooms is 130, and these rooms should be like 120. Interesting, they're going to be the same price. Maybe what we'll do is have these be at $30 or 30 silver, and then try to make these rooms more attractive with furniture. I think I was planning on doing that anyway, but that will help to solve the attractiveness gap. Maybe even rugs. We'll see. But I'll try to make it work. Alright, the wheat's in. That's good. I'm going to double check the fertilizer area. Yep, yeah, it's correct. Not much has changed on that front. And if you take a look at the ambient temperature, all the places that have been radiated are now normal temp. Our heating capacity is up to 8K, and we won't exceed that with this project, I don't think. Well, it took just about all stream, but we are nearly done with providing guest lodging. And I'm having all the slaves be the ones to run the marble over. So it's a little bit easier. Nice. Work drive will help, too. Maybe some art. I don't really have a good artist yet. So it's one of those, yeah, like, it will get art at some point. But, you gotta get an artist before the art. I mean, Scipia could be an artist. She's just not, I'd rather have her researching right now, and then she's researching different methods of art, so that's gonna help in the long run, too. So, decent, slightly impressive, decent, decent. So the attractiveness is 149, 149, 149. So these need to be like... Maybe I'll sell these at 40 apiece? And these at 30? And these at 0. Okay. We are, like, out of veg, aren't we? A lot of this corn is at nearly finished. Maybe what I'll do is I'll, like, harvest it early. Just to make sure that we have a steady enough food supply. There's a lot of corn there ready to go. Do we have our stew? Yes. So the stew pot is empty, so we're gonna be cooking fine stews in here. So I want, like, at least 2 sources of food before I open it up, and then we can also make the fine desserts. I do see that gourmet desserts is not made right now, because we're missing berries. Okay. I think I need to reduce the Devil Strand. I don't like having to, but not much choice. The other thing is, I think we're out of berries because we're out of veg, and we've been using the berries for veg, which is a problem. So the veg simple meals, let's remove. No, berries is not involved in it. So maybe it was that people were eating berries raw? Let me look at perishable. Do we eat... No, we don't eat berries raw. I'm not really sure where the berries went. Rotted, perhaps? Because they rot faster than other vegetables? Than the vegetables, given that it's a fruit. Either way, I know that I need to plant more, so we'll get more planted. We'll solve some of these bottlenecks before we bring in guests. So... we did want fine desserts being offered. I'll do until we have, let's say... 5 is a little weird because we make it in batches of 4, but that's fine. And these need berries and something else. So we'll do berries and milk without the whole sugar part. So our senators, oh, they are not being offered food at the moment, but that's just from a lack of hauling. So Foen, whatever you're doing, it's wrong. I think what I need to do for Foen is the Western Villa slave should no longer be given access to a whole bunch of this stuff. Like the wood stockpiles is fine, but I looked over and he was trying to move, you know, blocks from the quarry, which makes no sense. So it's more a matter of like zoning than anything else. We are running low on wood, yeah. We have a lot of plant tending slaves, so I'll just queue up a whole bunch of trees to be cut. Actually, I don't even think we're necessarily... Well, actually, maybe we're low on wood. I was going to say maybe it was just a lack of hauling, but I think we've actually hauled them out. I can't believe, Tokus, you are a holdout. I could probably do something about that. Might have... Okay, there we go. My events have been busy. So Tokus is also the one they used to convert to become a waiter before we do anything else. So for the guest settings, guests may take food for free, but I might have to tinker with it. We'll see. I think this is weighted only and can't be free, but they can take these food for free, but I'm worried that they're going to take this food for free. I'm not exactly sure how it works, so we'll have to tinker. Or maybe we'll just have like a bunch of starving guests. We'll see. There we go. Corn's being resupplied. Bears are growing. Wheat's growing. And soon I expect the stew will be done. Yep. And we'll be able to supply at least 2 sources of food for the guest. So we'll have Tokus, we'll have the food, and we'll be able to open for business. Because I think we have a lot of beer. I think we've proven that our Oak Brewery is able to supply pretty much as many people as we want with beer. So having patrons would be nice. A little worried. Well, they're not hungry. Every time I check no. That's a problem. Every time I check over here, there isn't food stockpile, but they never seem to be hungry, so I think Fowen's doing a good enough job. But it might be time to put another slave on that. Okay, and Tokus will be joining soon. So the next part of this is our perishable meals. So I'm going to have a new food policy for guests in a minute, but for perishable meals, we are not going to eat fine stews, or fine bakes, or cheese, or fine desserts. And then guest meals will be fine stews. Actually, maybe I'm going to see if this works. Simple meals only for guest meals. And then they can order from the restaurant. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. We'll have to experiment with our first guests. The no villa or guest access. Because we're about to open up our town to guests, I don't want the guests... I don't want my my people in here anymore. Ray means get out. Slaves are still... So here's the issue is... I'm going to create a copy of this. So no villa or guests slaves access. And the difference between here is I do want slaves to be able to gain access to this because they need to be the ones to haul the meals and clean the room. But my colonists shouldn't be in there. So there'll be a little bit of a difference of like colonists can't be in there, but slaves can. In fact, colonists shouldn't be in really any of these rooms. Oops. I can allow them in there, but this is a guest-only bathroom. But being in there is just like maintain the room or whatever. Okay. Another thing I might want to add is a granite shelf for wood. at important priority. Because we'll end up with torches around here, so it's illuminated at night, but without shelf or wood, they won't be able to refuel. The individual bedrooms I'm not so worried about. It's more like the bathroom and the dining room and the guest dorms. So Tokus is now in. You are going to be novilla or guest for slave. And let's fix that. So the slaves here are going to have this new zoning. And I think with Tokus in, we don't have 2 sources of meals, but I'm going to start to allow guests anyway. They'll just have to eat a lot of cheese. We're going to try to entertain and create friendships. The shopping area is in the forum. The allowed area is going to be different. So I'm going to create a new zone. This is getting complicated, huh? And this is going to be for guests. And guests are going to be allowed in the forum, in their own lodging, and to the Pantheon. It was always important that visitors would be allowed into the Pantheon when they came to visit. So I will not restrict them out of the Pantheon. And then the same is true of the Senate. It's really the only zone outside of the outside of their own villa that they're allowed in, because they don't have private temples. You don't... Private temples weren't like... Well, probably was a thing, but it's not going to be a thing here. So, map settings. Guests are allowed in guests, and they shop in shopping. Let me double check the shopping area. Yep, that still looks right. Okay. So we have a few torches to build, but apart from that, I think we're open for business. No, Tokus needs to work schedule for Tokus now that Tokus is fully joined. He's going to be waiting. Waiting, and then if not waiting, entertaining. And that's like it, more or less. So this restaurant is opened. Would it work if I added this expensive food to shopping? I can try it. They can buy anything on the shelves as well. We'll see. I wouldn't mind, like, selling the legendary cheese, too, at some point. So we'll see if it works, and if it does, I can have the legendary cheese up for sale. Now that our doors are open to guests, I think it would help if I dyed everyone's clothing the correct color. So, like, my slaves stand out, and all my citizens seem to be in the right colored clothing, I think. Yeah, all the citizens are fine. It's just the slaves. Because when I had all of the tribal wear made for the trade request, all of the nicer tribal wear was donned by the slaves, which hadn't been dyed. I don't blame them. I'd rather keep the masterwork and excellent stuff, so I'm kind of glad my slaves grabbed it, but we need to fix the colors. The price for food, I believe, is automatic, if I'm not mistaken. And it's driven off of the trade value of the item, the market value. Because there's already an established market value for every item, so they didn't have to, like, there's no extra code for it or anything like that. It's what you would sell it to a caravan. Alright, Nabla, you're the one that really needs to change, because you have an entire beard that needs to go. Nobble's like, dang it, I thought you forgot. I didn't. I did not. Also, get rid of the Tyson tattoo. Ironic that he has like the Tyson tattoo, but he was a wimp. Okay, we have a 5k wood. Probably pretty good on that. For now. I hope guests show up. It'd be a real shame to like open up our city to guests and them go, oh, those stinky werewolves? Yeah, we don't want to visit. That would upset me a little bit. So, given how much time I have left, I'm not going to take on a whole project because the stream's almost over. So the priority is just going to be host guests. Making sure that everything is like streamlined and straightforward and set up. Hopefully... So here, the stack limit for simple meals needs to split the simple meals between here and the other shelf. So we make simple meals up until 20. For some reason, we got up to 33. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit the simple meals here to 15. And that should pull the free meals over to the free meal shelf. And I guess if we don't have a lot going on, hey, shooters. Oh, I forgot. I also have the Scorpion research project. So for that, it is the Scorpion turrets. And that would be a really good way to defend ourselves. So I might want to consider building some defensive Scorpion turrets. Seems reasonable. But I was thinking about that because we have all of these bowmen and it's winter, so like, let's get some meat. Let's fill our stocks. Sorry, Sloth. It just ain't your day. Ooh, heart? No, just riddled full of holes. I'm impressed by, like, the amount of, like, damage that our bows do, our great bows. Great bows are dangerous. Easily underestimated, even in vanilla RimWorld. Because they do hella damage. Oh, speaking of hella damage, we're being chased. Split up. Probably enough meat for now. 3 bison and 2 mega sloth. It's a lot. Don't fail. You're using precious steel. What's different about these is you can pick them up. So Scipia, I am going to have you pick up this Scorpion. And then I'm going to do the same with Bebo. I don't know if they're the best shooters, but I don't care. So... No, what are you... Why aren't you working correctly? Why aren't you picking up? Because you're not... You can't construct... That's stupid. Give me a sec. Uninstall. And equip. It's a weapon that you can run around with. Yeah. Kind of crazy, but yeah. So, here's how it works. Shoot it. It could shoot like a normal weapon, or we can set it up and man it like a turret. So thank you, QueryZilla, for sharing that technology. The disadvantage, of course, is it's heavy as hell. So you can't caravan easily with it, but kind of nice, I think. I don't want everyone to have it because of the caravan penalties, and I also just don't want to roll that technology out to everyone. But it's pretty sweet to have. Who's the next best shooter? Whether or not it's Elba, I'm going to give the masterwork to Elba anyway. I'm not going to have any guests, am I? All of this is guest set up, and no one's going to show up. I was told that if I built it, they would come. And they were wrong. Did I click the open button? Yeah. I mean, we are allow new guests. And dining room is open. Open allowed guests to the ambrosia room. It's just a chance. It's an event. So there's a chance that they show, chance that they don't. The good news is it gives us preparation to like get stews and bakes and desserts while we wait for them. Is there any holidays coming up? Saturnalia is in 3 days. Yeah, 4 days. I was right. I was like, could be Saturnalia soon. Good. I was hoping to see the wood stockpile fill back up. Glad to see that it is. Let's check on the senators are fine. They've been without their... Oh, you know, Foen, you need access to beer and tea, don't you? There's so many little... Because of all of the moving parts of this series, there's so many little things that need to be managed. Like, Foen needs to be able to restock their drugs, right? There's all these little things that, you know, very easy to overlook, but, because unlike most RimWorld series, I'm kind of like truly a mayor or governor or something. But I want to do something different, so it is different, I can tell you that much. It's different and a lot more complicated, but the good news is it's pretty fresh as a result. We look pretty well supplied of meat for the grills. I might want a second grill. Because we are relying a lot on grills, and that might become a bottleneck. It's just the simple facility of grilling. Also, the stew pot for the future could probably be put way the hell away, because it stews for a very long time, so it really doesn't need to be somewhere convenient, because we interact with it so infrequently. We could even put the stew pots back here to just sit and stew. I don't think that's unreasonable. In fact... Can I stop it? I'll just deconstruct it. I'm gonna build a copy. Put 2 stew pots back there, because you prepare the stew at the kitchen table, and then you bring the prepared stew to like sit in a pot. So it's not something that needs to be frequently trafficked. We are completely out of research. We do not need research tables. I had originally thought that maybe we, oh, well, here's the final thing that's going to happen this stream. I had originally thought that we might... There, prepare well. We might want to offer the slaves something different to eat. So maybe they'll eat, like, simple stews or something like that. They have 4 great bows. Yeah, this is no small army. It should be fun. Yeah, I'm getting everyone behind the walls. And rallying our forces. Into formation. Is that everyone? Yep. Feel a little bad about that, but they're not ineffective. Hey, Scala and Nabla, would you... Oh, never mind, there's no time. Well, they can still build it. Bedisum, thank you for the resub. I am looking for their best bowmen to isolate. Oh, that's cheap. They had a, Scala, you want to join us over here? There we go. Oh, you're incapable of violence. That's okay. Scipia will manage. So most of their forces are in the walls now. So I'm going to move the bowmen to inside. And they're fleeing. Woo! That was fun. How you doing, Bat? Ugly crush baby. Well, maybe you get sacrificed. That seems not unreasonable. All done, everybody? You can break formation. Oh, good shot. I did see the cooking, but I don't... There is a limit to what I would be interested in. They're just going to poison the hell out of us, I think. And they're also unwaveringly... Well, they could be a slave as unwaveringly loyal. I'll set up extra scorpions for our defenses. And then carry 2. I think that works out pretty good. Well, friends, before I call it, I'm going to make sure everybody's tended so that I don't have to remember for next week that we have some, like, injuries that need tending. But I think this is where I am going to leave off for actually not just 1 week, but 2 because of the marathon next weekend. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Lycan.